got a good feeling about this.
Okay, let's enjoy this game. Focus a bit more. The last two games I wasn't really focused. And a bit tilted, of course.
I know what I'm doing.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Most of them probably don't even remember me. Is that Kaika? No, you at least always have a plan. I don't really have a plan while playing. I just run around, look what happens. Peak jungle gameplay. Well, Deli, those are not really friend requests. They're more like flame requests. They want to flame you.
Not a problem.
Okay, let's go. Oh my god.
Set sail. Don't get cocky. You got dangerous. I like that. Sure you can handle me, Summoner?
But they're not even secretive about boosts anymore. I had some games ago. I had like a jungle boosting an e-girl, and she was like openly saying like, he's my boyfriend boosting me. I was like, holy shit. That's also how she played.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, Zoraka. That was a bit playing a bit too much forward. See the W?
Step 2. My sacrifice?
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
With my technique, into artwork.
Not a problem.
I hate that so much. I had so many supports that were boosted. They even admit they're getting boosted. And daily, that is why it's bad Did you see what the Jin just did? Instead of backing, he tried to push it. I will actually explain that to you. That happened in one of your games. He fucked himself by trying to push the wave instead of just going back. Now he's losing much more. Sometimes you think the wave is really bad and you want to push it, to crash it, and then get the freeze. Or, I mean a crash and then a slow push into you. But the death timers in early are so small that it's almost never worth anymore. So you rather lose 2-3 minions because of a bad wave, go back, reset, and come back. Instead of trying to push and the wave is even worse. Look how much minions he lost now. That is like 1.5 wave. And now also it's a bad stage, they can get ganked. And the wave is still fucked, we can basically outzone the screen now. So, because of one decision that he made here to push it, he fucked himself for the next 5 minutes.
Don't get cocky. Sure you can handle
Unlucky.
me, summoner.
So now he's completely fucked. And that's because of one decision. That's also things that I had to learn a bit. Also the meta change swifted a little bit with wave management. I was discussing that with Kaika a bit. But I'll explain it to you then. I just looked briefly into one of your games. I will look at like more 2 or 3 games and then we can discuss it.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
So this is an extreme way where Jhin actually gets punished. In your game you pushed it, but you didn't get punished. But you still lost quite a lot there. You had a 50% CS lead on the enemy ADC, and you lost it basically just because of wave management.
Step 2. I know what I'm doing. Not a problem.
I'm still not as good, I'm still trying to learn it as well, but this is basically what we call an anchor. Where you keep the wave at a specific spot that you want. So if, for example, if he pushes hard now, I start to push it as well. I basically just hit as much as he does to keep the wave at the same spot. Why do you want that? This is a spot where you have control of the wave. You can change it from... You can always change it. You can have prio or you can go defensive. And that is what you get from an anchor.
Sure you can handle me, summoner.
After the cannon I'll just reset, I think. Oh my god. Okay, I'll just go back. Of course, try to get cannons. Not like me. So here, if I pushed it hard, he probably can freeze it here. Now I lose some minions. No, I don't actually lose minions. Maybe 1. I get to the wave before the wave crashes. Okay, I lose 2 minions. But if I push it and can't get it in, I lose much more. And now I try to set up an anchor again. Now I want more of a defensive anchor. Why? My jungle is topside. And I have no vision. I don't know where the jungle is. He's probably topside pathing down because his raptors are up. Yeah, so he's bot side now. So now I want to have a bit of a more safe anchor. But I don't want too many minions. So you don't do a freeze. A freeze is dangerous. Why? He can stack waves and then they can dive you. Good players will stack the waves and dive you if you freeze it here now. So you thin it out enough. And you just have an anchor at this spot. It's more of a defensive spot where you are more safe, standing more safe. I'll explain to you about those different anchors. There's basically neutral anchor, defensive anchor, offensive anchor. Well, this is a lot of theory that I had to learn. That was actually just like a month ago where I started to study it. Because I didn't realize how much the meta changed this season. And due to the fact that I keep the wave here and make it thin, I don't freeze it, we are not very gankable. What can Diana do to gank it? It's basically impossible, even if we don't have vision. If she comes, we just walk back, and the wave is too small to dive. And now, we need to get prior. Wave is not too big, I can move. If the wave is too big, I cannot move for the dragon. So anchors are basically just, yeah, it's how what an anchor is. It's stuck to a spot, and you can then control from that spot how the wave should be in future. So now Diana should be puffing topside, or she is topside because she was botside now, dragon is gone. So now I want more of an offensive anchor. So now maybe you also see I stand more aggressive. I try to outzone Jhin. Now I can stand differently. Now I try to deny minions. But I don't want to push it too hard. So now I just keep the wave here. Because of that he has to move up, right? To farm. And then he has to get into like bad positions for him. Although that was healed from now. So now we have to be careful, a bit more careful again, because Diana could move bot, but that should be pre-kill. So now I want to push it in, because now I have mana, wave is good, and get back. Diana, completely fucked now, their bot lane is basically inting. I hope it's a bit of like understandable. Yeah, it's not a baby. Well, it's kind of like a baby freeze. A freeze is where you can keep it here, right? At this sweet spot here. But the problem is if you freeze it, you need at least 3 range minions, right? And the problem with that is the enemy can actually stack the wave. If another wave comes, then it's a stacked wave, right? And then they can dive you with the jungler. That's why it's a bit dangerous.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
I will show it to you in the coaching that we do with maybe some pictures also that will help. And I'm telling you, this is also important for your support, because support sometimes just auto hit
I've got a
minions,
good feeling.
which I hate, and then it completely fucks up. So you see, he's hitting the wave, and as soon as he hits the wave, I also hit it. I killed him! Take that one.
Rampage.
I don't have anti-heal for Soraka yet. Let's get some anti-heal.
Your turret has been
Anchor is, in my opinion, harder to maintain because it also depends on the enemy AD carry. If he doesn't have a clue, well, if the enemy is also good, he also wants to have an anchor. He just wants to have the anchor differently maybe than you want it.
Set sail.
So the difference, I think it's harder to maintain because you need to have a plan. What do you do with the anchor? Is your jungle puffing bot? Do you want to have a defensive, neutral, or offensive anchor? And when do you want to have which one?
Don't get cocky.
I think that is more the hard part. Because freeze is okay, I choose freeze it here. There is nothing like... there are still some cases where you freeze. And that is only when you're like super duper ahead, when you're like 5-0 and the enemy jungle can't gank you anyway. Then you can freeze it and outzone the enemy ADC. But it's a lot of theory, as I said. What I still have to learn a bit more is rotations. When to rotate. It matters more for high elo and team play. Nice flash, Oriana. Actually, it's good I'm explaining you that stuff because I'm actually focusing on that stuff now. Now that I'm explaining it to you.
Not a problem. Set sail. Sure you can handle me, summoner.
But Deli, this is the reason why I'm getting... Yeah, but I mean that's fine, correct? Domi, if you don't want to improve, if you're just playing for fun. If you're fine with being hard stuck, right? Well, I'm still hard stuck even though I'm trying to study it.
Don't get
But
cocky.
I still think I improved a lot in the last 2 weeks. Just by studying it. LP comes and goes. But
I know what I'm doing.
I mean, it took me a year to realize that the meta shifted. I played it with the wrong meta all the time. And that's because I was autopiloting, just playing as I did in the past, right?
You've got dangerous eyes. Step two.
Stupid Atkan. Okay, FF.